Hey EcoFlow fans, today we're going to be talking about the differences between Delta 2 and Delta 1. As you can see, nothing is different, except everything is different. Now let me tell you more about this. First, Delta 1 on my right, okay, we have a screen, we have some outputs, but here we have updated the outputs with USB Type-C 100 watt outputs, which is very convenient. We also changed the design of the button a little bit, so it's a lot more visible in the dark and twilight in any kind of situation. So right now it's golden. And we take a look at the back of the units now, and you will notice the difference. First, the top part on the Delta 1, it's not here. The input part is all on the side, but we put it in the back, so it's a lot more convenient. So if you want to connect it in tighter spots, tighter places, you don't have cables coming out from the side, which is great. Now, here we've changed the layout of the AC outputs a little bit. So we have three prongs connectors now, good three prongs sockets. And here we only had two prong sockets. However, we had the spaces to put the prongs in before on the Delta 1. Now this is how it looks on Delta 2. Plus, we have added a separate on and off switch for a cigarette lighter and DC ports right here on the side, just for extra safety and extra convenience. Now, here on both sides you can see, before on the Delta 1, what we had is all kind of input. We had MPPT, which is solar battery, solar panel input. We had AC input, and we had a overload protection thingy that pops up if you overload it. Now here we have an extra battery port. And now let's talk about capacity, since we're going to talk about extra battery. So the capacity of the original Delta is 1260 watt hours, but the capacity of Delta 2 is 1024 watt hours. So it's a bit less, but is it? Because there is this little thingy that comes right here. It's an extra battery. So now with the Delta 2 you can double your capacity by adding an extra battery, and that instantly pumps up your solar game, pumps up your battery game, or your home backup capacity, which is a great thing. Now it's really easy to connect, and here on top of the extra battery you can see there is a little lead and a little storage. Don't worry about that. So in that storage we got a XT150 cable, which is a DC cable that connects the original Delta 2 thingy. One sec. One and two, and now you have double the capacity. So that's not all. You already expanded your capacity to 2 kilowatt hours, but you can also expand it to 3 kilowatt hours with a Delta Max battery. Right here, a big boy, 2 kilowatt hours of extra battery plus 1 kilowatt hour of the Delta 2 leaves you at 3 kilowatt hours of capacity, which is great and which is a good news for Delta Max users who already have an extra battery. So getting a Delta 2 will fit very nicely in your ecosystem. So moving on to the battery chemistry. Original Delta 1 was an NCM battery with 800 cycles down to 80% of the battery health. Now we have upgraded Delta 2 with an LFP batteries, which offers you a massive 3000 cycles down to 80% of the battery health. And that literally means that you can charge it and discharge it every day and be fine for another 8, 10 or 12 years. So it's a definitely great investment for the years to come. So as we know, Delta 1 is 31 pounds, not bad, but Delta 2 is a lot lighter. Delta 2 is only 27 pounds, and I can literally feel how much lighter it is. So you would ask, what is the power output on both units? Well, original Delta outputs 1800 watt, and Delta 2 outputs 1800 watt. Nothing new, right? Or wrong. Because Delta 2 has an X-Boost technology in it, which allows you to boost its output up to 2200 watt, which is great, which allows you to run higher voltage appliances. So you would ask, how long does it take to recharge it? Originally for Delta 1, it would take 1 hour to recharge it from 0 to 80% and 96 minutes to recharge it from 0 to 100%. On Delta 2, we made improvements, and now Delta 2 is charging from 0 to 80 only in 50 minutes and from 0 to 100 in only 80 minutes, which is great and fast, saves you a lot of time, and time is money, as we know. One more important advantage that Delta 2 has over Delta 1 is the capability of the mobile app. So on the mobile app, you're able to control your Delta, see the input, output, turn on your DC and AC, and go into the settings and adjust so many different things, which is great and convenient. So those are the main differences between original Delta and Delta 2. Yes, from the first sight, it looks like they're identical, but they're not. And everything about Delta 2 is different, and everything about Delta 2 is better. Delta 2 is not just a battery, it's a whole smart power solution. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're interested in Delta 2, definitely go check out EcoFlow official website. Don't forget to subscribe to our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Plus, go ahead and join an official Delta series community where almost 40,000 Delta users talking about their user experience, sharing their ideas, sharing their user scenarios, and so on. Thank you again, and see you in another video.